September 23rd is the first day of fall. Guys, let's get into these fashion trends. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, it's Chelsea Jackson, and on this channel I talk about fashion, travel, lifestyle, and product reviews. So if any of those things interest you, make sure you join the fam. So in today's video, like I said, we're going to be talking about the fall fashion trends. I finally had a chance to kind of look around, do some studying, see what's going on, Vogue, who, what, where, you know, pretty much Fashion Bomb Daily. I've been checking around to kind of see what's going on. Now, of course, with being into fashion, you could kind of tell what's going on based off what's in the stores. And of course, you guys know that I am a Zara ambassador, and I genuinely love Zara in real life. And like I told you guys before, Zara tends to stay ahead of the curve. So whatever you see Zara is doing, it's coming or it's here. And a lot of these trends and things we're going to talk about, Zara pretty much have probably already been there and done that, or they're kind of embracing it right now. So we are going to get straight into the content. And first up, we're going to talk about colors. Now, the colors for the season, fall 2023, is olive oil green, which is a color I love. Purple, I love purple as well, that deep purple, eggplantish purple. And just a quick 2.5 in my Sheree voice. I had a living room, so I was obsessed. I went through a period where I was just like obsessed with like you know, colored walls. So I painted one of my walls in my living room purple, and then I accented with like a green, like an olive oil green. So when I saw those two colors that were going to be on trend, I was like, okay, yeah. But that was like in 2009 when I did that. But that made me think about the living room I had, and all of my furniture was like an off-white. But yeah, I really loved my little decor at that time. But yeah, whatever. But yeah, so those two colors. And then you got this icy blue that's going to be on trend, of course. And blue, I don't know if y'all really notice it, but blue is typically always on trend during the fall, whether it's cerulean, and you know, well, the icy blue has, or like a baby blue, I guess you would say, it's still kind of like on the same color line, but it's typically always on trend in the fall. So yeah, you got the blue, and of course, red. Okay, so of course y'all know I love red nails. It took me some years to get into it, but honey, I've been into it for about a decade now, and I just love red. But anyway, the red color is really going to be on trend right now. And I've been seeing a lot of crimson red, which is my favorite color red, which is kind of like a blue base red. So, but I love crimson because it's not too red. Like my nails are like red. They're red hot chili pepper. That's the name of the color, by DND, I think. But it's going to be a lot of reds that you're going to see around. So I would say if you don't like wearing red, of course you can do the Old Faithful red lip. My favorite red lip, which is an oldie but goodie, which is MAC Ruby Woo. It's a blue based blue, and it pretty much, a lot of skin tones can wear it. Fenty MVP is a good one that a lot of people are gravitating towards. I like it. It's giving very much Ruby Woo. It's just the only thing that I don't care for is when I tried it on in the mall, I was giving Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer because it transferred to the tip of my nose. Don't want to do that. So I'm just going to stick to my Old Faithful Ruby Woo by MAC. But yeah, you can wear the red nails. You can wear red moto jackets, red shoes, because red shoes are definitely going to be a thing too. We'll talk about that in the shoe portion. But yeah, red is definitely going to be a thing this fall. The next color up is lavender, or they call it digital lavender, which is kind of like an icy lavender. That color is really in right now. So even if you decide to color block it with the dark purple pants and a ice lavender top, I think that'll be really cute to kind of color block. But that's another color that's going to be on trend. And another color that they were talking about was like this butter yellow. So like this very deep yellow, but like buttery, like a buttery color. So I think that'll be cute. I actually want to try it on my skin tone to see what it's giving. I seen a piece about 2 seasons ago at Zara, which was like this crop sweater top, and it was like a butter yellow. And I guess you could say, y'all know like those little chiclets, those little chicken. It's kind of like that color, the baby chicken. But yeah, I think that'll be pretty on my skin tone, but I want to try that out too. Another color that's being discussed for the fall is like a beige cream type color, marrying them in one outfit. That's really a thing too. I saw all of these colors on all the runways that we just discussed. Now, some other colors that I'm going to mention, they're typically run-of-the-mill colors, but I didn't want to give a major highlight on them because they're run-of-the-mill for fall, which is chocolates. Chocolates is always a thing for the fall, but I think they're going to do a little bit more investing into chocolate. So whereas last year it was a nightmare to find a pair of chocolate brown faux leather pants or chocolate brown any kind of pants, well, this year I think it may be a lot easier because I think they're going to do a little bit more concentration on the chocolates, and you're going to find more chocolate sweaters and things like that. Another color is burgundy. Burgundy, I mean, every fall we all wear, well, I ain't gonna say we all wear burgundy, but burgundy is always a thing. It's a fall color, but I think they're gonna put a little bit more concentration into that. The next one is the most basic run-of-the-mill, but I love it. Black. They're doing a lot, you know, black is always a fall color. Like I said in my latest video, it's synonymous with fall, but they're going to be doing a lot more with it, as if they could. But yeah, black is definitely going to be a thing. And another color is caramel. Caramel, I've seen some beautiful outfits, some runway pieces that will be in the caramel color. And also gray. Gray is a run-of-the-mill color, just like the others I just named. But I have been seeing, even on the fashion market or sector, Zara, they're doing a lot with gray right now. It even trickled to old H&M. I've seen H&M come up with some nice gray pieces. But going back to Zara, I put, it's a top that they have, and it's long. It's kind of like midi length, but it's made to be a layered piece to go over probably some cargo jeans or even some trousers. But anyway, it's not organza. I think it is organza. I think it is organza, but it's like an organza regular slim fit dress. And it's really cute. It's in gray. They have quite a few things in gray as well. And like I said, H&M have a lot of things in gray. So yeah, gray is one of the colors that they are really investing in this fall. Not to repeat myself, but remember how I said earlier with Zara, they're always literally on the trend or ahead of the trend. Well, with the color gray, Zara is ahead of the trend. Y'all remember that skirt I got last year, which was, it's a faux leather and it was like a gray color. I'm definitely all set with that one because y'all know I love that skirt. I wore it in about 50 different reels. Some of them I've already deleted, but love that skirt. They're always on top or ahead of the trend. The other thing that I'm talking about, I'll mention in the latest part of the video when I talk about that particular color. So next up is the 80s corporate executive look. So we're talking about the broad shoulders, the tops that kind of look like this and like this. That looks like this, like a triangle with the broad shoulders, and it comes in at the waist. That's really a thing right now. Even if you need to be put in the mind of something, even on the sportier side, who was it? The Frankie shop. They had that hoodie with it was sleeveless and it had the broad shoulders and it comes down like this. That's even on the sportier side, but with a lot of the trends that I've been seeing on the runway is the, you know, big shoulder, you know, the large shoulder blazers. though the overstated blazers, that's what I'm going to call it. I have been seeing a lot of those. I've been seeing them trickle down into the fast fashion venues as well. So yeah, those are really in right now. And I've been seeing just a lot of blazers, period, especially the maxi blazer. That's what I call it, the trench blazer. I guess that's the best way to name it. But the trench blazer, I have been seeing them even in plus size. And ladies, let me stop here and say I'm going to link everything below that I discussed, and it's going to be the things that are you know, that most of us plus size ladies can get into. So but I've even seen this for plus size ladies. Now of course, you're probably, if you're going to get it from anywhere like a fast fashion brand, I am going to tell you now, if you want it to give that 80s executive feel, even though it, you know, they make it that way, but it's still like a generic size, so it's not going to fit or kind of give the punch you needed to give. So you will probably need to go find you a tailor to go ahead, if you decide to indulge in that trend, to go ahead and get it tailored so it can kind of pack the punch you needed to pack. So yeah, so those are definitely in. Next up are scarves. Scarves were a big part of that 80s boom. Like I tell people, when you talk about 80s, look at Look Who's Talking. Y'all remember that movie? Honey, they gave all the 80s vibes in that movie. But yeah, and I think it was Baby Boom. That was another 80s movies too. But yeah, all the structured blazers and scarves, the thick scarves that you could just throw across your neck. And I'm talking about more so knit scarves. I am going to say this isn't a part of the 80s trend, but it is a fall trend. And I think it's more so a part of the clean girl aesthetic trend, which are the neck scarves. I've been seeing a lot of people wearing the neck scarves or wearing pieces that already have kind of like a neck scarf attached to it. So I do see that even with something I have on right now, you would have one of the girlies. I've seen one of the girlies take a neck scarf and just put around their neck with a white tee, some denim, and some elevated shoes. Probably like some Chanel shoes or something like that. Or a court pump or something like that. But yeah, I've seen that. So if you are a scarf girl, now is your time to thrive. Next up, I've seen plaids. I've been seeing plaids everywhere. Kind of like that old school Tommy Hilfiger plaid, the thin plaid. Not necessarily so much of the thick, but I have seen pieces with a mixture of thick and thin plaid. So if plaid is your thing, I think that's good. I've actually been thinking about creating like a denim skirt, like a super mini skirt with like different plaids on the bottom, draping from the bottom, kind of like a handkerchief, like an asymmetric thing. I may do that because I think plaids are cute, and I can wear them with probably some boots and maybe a turtleneck, a clean line turtleneck. I may do that. But anyway, sidebar. But anyway, yeah, I've been seeing a lot of plaids as well. Another thing that I have seen while studying the reports were the hourglass shape clothing. So the things that go in like this and then go out. So that pretty much comes down into the waist and then go out. I have been seeing a lot of that. Of course, Kim probably helped usher that in with the Marilyn Monroe dress. But yeah, the body hugging and then go out. Now, some of the things that I've seen are structured that way. So even if your body is that way, naturally, the clothing is going to help you reach that point. So yeah, I have seen pieces that are actually structured that way. And yeah, the hourglass shape and the tailored fit. And I'm going to add that in because that's exactly what it is. The tailored fit. Even tailored fitted white, shirts like this. Button downs. I actually just ordered a white button down, but what I'm going to do is tailor it so that right here it comes in, so that way it can kind of be tailored to my body and give more like a clean look. So yeah, I'm gonna do that and see how that turns out. And I made sure that it was kind of long, so hopefully it's as long as I expect it to be, so I can kind of give the look that I want to give. I want a maxi one as well. But yeah, the tailored look is definitely in. I know in a lot of fashion videos we all tell you to tailor your clothes, but right now tailoring is on trend. It's kind of like denim, it'll always be on trend for you to get your clothes tailored, but right now it's a part of the trend, okay? So yeah, tailoring is definitely a thing. And I do tailor, by the way, I'm just saying. Shop itschelseajackson to see the pieces that I've tailored. Next up is lace. Lace. I talked about it in my last video. The dark, you know, I'm not gonna say grunge because it's not grunge, it's more so dark, sexy, 50 Shades of Gray type thing. I guess more like a Wednesday Addams appeal. Well, she ain't, you know, sexy, but it's more so like a darker type of fashion. Maybe gothic. I would say like a Kourtney Kardashian, her little gothic vibe she's been in lately. But anyway, lace is a thing that I have been seeing everywhere. I plan on making some custom pieces that includes lace. But if you've seen my H&M video, of course, you've seen the lace dress that I had on. The lace maxi. Kind of like a slip dress that I got from H&M. It sold out really quick. That lets you know that it is definitely on trend. But they also have some other lace pieces. But I have been seeing those on the runway, as well as see-through pieces. And we talked about that earlier in the video, but I'm going to talk about it a little bit more right now, which is the organza. Organza has really been making its rounds. H&M had some organza trousers, organza skirt. Zara had their, I mean, right now they're like in organza mania. They have an organza long sleeve and bottoms to match. I made some pink organza pants for a customer for like the Barbie, you know, thing. I made some with the, you know, with the dark shorts, and then the rest of the pants were organza. But anyway, organza is really making a statement right now, or pretty much anything sheer. Sheer is just that girl, and I think it's really cute because it's going to be really nice to wear over and layer different pieces. Like the piece that I've seen from Zara with that gray tunic, organza tunic, just laying over a nice bra and some pants. I think that is so cute, so elevated, and just so chic and edgy. I love it. If you don't know me, I do not stick to a style. Just like my personality, it's multifaceted, and fashion is too. I'm not one of those people that stay married to a style and then that's just it. I'm all over the place. I'll be grunge one day, rocker chic the next, polished, French Riviera tees. It just depends on what mood I'm in. That's what you're gonna get. So yeah, that's just that on that. Next up, of course, y'all already know it's metallics. Metallics have been all over the place really since last summer. But this fall is going to be more of like the molten silvers, which is kind of like that pewter. I think that and pewter are kind of like the same color. And as I referenced earlier, I said we're going to talk about that next Zara piece later. But of course, y'all remember that choker that I bought last year? That was like a pewter, like a gray color. That's molten silver, technically. But again, I bought it last year. It's going to be in style, well, on trend this year. So Zara was, again, ahead of the trend. Shout out to Zara. But anyway, molten silver is definitely going to be on trend, which I like because I love molten silver. I like the silver metallic too, which is like the silver, but the molten silver It's kind of like a dial back silver. It looks more luxurious to me. Both look good, but I think molten silver look a little bit more luxurious to me. It's more dial back and more muted, but it's still, you see me? So yeah, check that out if you like the trends. All right, so now we're gonna get into the accessories. And what I have been seeing on almost every fashion report, and what I have been seeing even in the stores, are statement earrings. Now, the first earring I'm going to bring up, I'm pretty sure you had to literally be under a rock if you haven't heard anybody talk about these. But the Bottega earrings, a lot of people love those teardrop earrings. They have pretty much been on everyone's radar. I hear that they are hard to get in, you know, to kind of get. They always sell out. But a lot of people have came and said that Amazon has a great dupe. I'll link them below for those earrings. So yeah, statement earrings. I have on some statement earrings right now. I don't know if you can see them, but I got these from Zara last year. Asymmetric, one is longer than the other, of course. But Zara have a lot of statement earrings. I'm going to link them all below on my Zara list so you can see it. You just click that one link and everything will pop up. They actually have some that I need to look at when I go to Zara later on today, which are, it's kind of like a round earring, like an oval. One part is silver, one part is gold. I love mixed metals. If you don't know, mixed metals is my thing because I have the skin tone that both do what needs to be done. So I love mixing my metals. And another company, which is a black owned brand, honey. We love black owned brands around here. But it's called Koi, if I'm pronouncing it right. It's by Hyatt Rita. And she is an Instagram influencer, fashion influencer, OG. And she launched a brand of jewelry. Really beautiful. And I just love her branding. That's my business consulting part coming out. But I love her branding. Her branding is everything. It's very beautiful. It's very true to her African roots. But anyway, check out her. She has some beautiful jewelry. And it's really not expensive at all. But yeah, she definitely got some beautiful pieces. I definitely want to I want to go to the actual store. I do plan on going to the actual store in Chicago to go check her out. But yes, she sell out quickly too. So check Shop Koi. I think it's KHOI. Check her out and I'll try to link it below as well. Next up is the honorable mention, which is the peplum. Now, I felt the same way about the peplum as I did about the early 2000s fashion. If y'all seen my fashion videos over the past at least maybe 6 months, I said, you know, the early 2000s trend is here, and I was kind of nervous because we dressed very wacky back then. Very wacky. But the designers have taken it and translated it to 2022-23, and you know, it looked nice. So, you know, even a lot of the trends I took a part of. So yeah, so when I heard of peplum, I kind of thought about that and I started to cringe because even some of the pieces where I see my pictures where I had on peplum, I was like, ooh. It was a cringe because peplum was just like, oh, but it had us in a chokehold back then. Well, it's back. 13 years later, it's back. And I really like how they put their 2023 twist on it. So yeah, it looks a lot better now. I probably wouldn't mind it. I really wouldn't if I can find some peplum tops in my size. I definitely would not mind wearing them because they look good now. They're softer. Back then it was kind of like they took that little thing and, you know, you had like a ruffle going around your skirt. Around your shirt. But now it looks more modern and it looks effortless and chic. So I'm not cringing on that right now. So, but yeah, the peplum is definitely back. And the reason why at least the plus size girlies love peplum because peplums, they kind of hide your tummy area. So plus size ladies, this is our time to thrive because it hides the tummy area, which and still keep you stylish. And that's the reason why they kind of had the plus size community in a chokehold even back then. I remember Passion Jones. She's like a plus size fashion OG. She had a lot of peplum outfits. She made it look cute, but still, Lord. But now they look a lot better. So especially, you know, the apple shape. If you got an apple shape, peplum. But they're for any shape. But I'm just really, you know, talking to my plus size ladies. This is our time to thrive, okay? All right, so that wraps up this video. These are the fall fashion trends that I have been seeing on almost every report, from Vogue, from Who What Wear, to, I mean, my God, everywhere. These are the fashion trends that everyone is talking about. And again, I'm a trendy girl, but if you're not a trendy girl, of course you don't have to follow these. But I do plan on taking some of these and embracing them into my wardrobe. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see. And oh yeah, follow me on YouTube, on Instagram at itschelseajackson_ and TikTok. All right, see you in the next video. Bye.